Hello, beautiful friends. It's Rachel Archelaus here, and I want to share a decoding video with you so you can get a peek at how I use intuitive art and why I just find it so darn helpful, even though I'm perfectly capable of connecting to my higher self in many, many ways. Before I left for my road trip, I just wanted to know, how can I make the most of it? Now, I have done this trip in a different route many times, so I wouldn't need to ask this question. I can know that if I just focus on the positive and, make sure I have a good time and follow my intuition, that I will have a lot of fun. But I did the drawing anyway, and I'm actually really glad I did, because the answer is so clear and so wise and can be applied to all of my life. So let's dive in, and I bet you'll get something from it too, and then maybe it will inspire you to do your own drawing on something that you're about to do. Here we go. How can I make the most of my road trip? The bottom color is black, and for me black means boundaries, and to me that means listening to myself above everything else. It means going where I want to go, doing what feels good to me, no matter what. No matter what, even if it goes against what the Weather Channel says, or what somebody else would have me do, or what somebody else wants to do. It's following my own path, no matter what, even if I can't explain it. And it's interesting because the line, it goes back and forth and back and forth, and it kind of goes over itself. So it looks like I will need to use that sense of boundaries in the moment. It's going to change all the time. I'll need to be connected all the time in order to hear it. Then we have brown in the middle, which for me is a grounding color. That really means, like, am I feeling connected to nature? Am I feeling calm and relaxed? Am I feeling like I'm out of control or like I'm anxious? That's not grounded. So centered is really a good word for it. And I like that it's in the center of the picture. So far, make sure I'm in the moment, following my intuition, and make sure I'm centered and calm. And then on top of that, it looks like a red crown. And red for me is action. And of course I'm driving, so I'm constantly in motion. And again, it's kind of jagged, it's up and down. So it looks like, I'm going to be doing a lot of action. I might be making a lot of decisions even. And I might even be going in different directions. On top of that, you really can't see it unless you really look at how the red is smudged. There's white. So white is in the background there. It's on top of the red, and in certain places it makes pink. So white for me means truth. And then where the pink is love for me. And this is one of the things I'm so glad I did this drawing, because it says that when action meets truth, it creates love. So anytime you're acting in alignment with your truth, you're creating love. You're creating a love for whatever you're doing. You're creating love just in general in the universe. You're creating love for yourself because you're respecting yourself enough to act out of alignment with your truth. Oh my goodness. How profound is that, right? Just from a little drawing, just from overlapping colors. So the story I got from this drawing, which we've kind of been telling all along, is you have to be in the moment in order to really follow your intuition. Stay centered. Act in alignment with your truth. And all of that together creates love. The boundaries, the intuition, the being in the moment, and the centeredness creates the foundation so that you can act in alignment with your truth. Because if you're not in the moment, if you're not connected to your intuition, if you're not centered, you can't hear your intuition. You can't know what your truth is. And you certainly can't act in your truth. So it's just a little gentle reminder that all of these parts really need to be present for us to live a life that we're so excited by. To me, that action, the red, looks like a crown. It looks like I am the queen of my life. I'm the decision maker, and I get to go wherever I want to go. And what freedom is in that? It feels so good. But for all of that to happen, for me to be able to go on this trip, to have my minivan camper that I made, to have a place to go, to have like a journey, to choose the route that I chose, I had to create this freedom in my lifestyle in order to even go. And I did that by being in the moment, following my intuition and staying centered, and then going up from there and acting in alignment with my truth. So it goes way beyond just how can I get the most out of this road trip, and really applies to like my life and your life, and it's just incredible. So how did I stay centered and in alignment and in the moment on my trip? Well, I find driving is already really conducive to that. Driving to me is very centering, and you have to be in the moment on the road because you have to be able to react in a moment, right? If somebody slows down in front of you, or if there's a snowstorm, which there was, you have to be present in order to really be a safe driver. So I already love driving, and then I also love to listen to Abraham recordings on my driving trips. And I love to stop, and I love to look at nature when I can, and I love to meditate before I get out of bed in the morning while my van's heating up. If you're driving, right, you can do these things, but even if you're at your house, you can fit all this stuff into your day. Fit whatever makes you feel centered and aligned and in the moment. It's funny, I've been on like a spiritual journey my entire life, but really deliberately starting around 19, where I learned about what grounding is, and how to meditate and how to align my chakras and all that stuff. And over the years, I've realized that we don't need to know any of that stuff. We only really need to know how to connect with our inner selves, and really how to feel good, how to feel for the moment, how to feel good, how to feel good, how to feel relaxed. Those are really all we need. Can you feel relaxed? Can you really feel yourself? Can you feel that sense of calm and peace that comes over you when you do yoga or meditate or take a walk? As long as you can expand that, feel that and expand that in your life, you're golden. Everything else is going to line up for you. So it's less about learning, and it's more about being with yourself, being in that calm, centered state that gives you the pathway to these, feelings of aliveness and freedom and fulfillment and excitement. It all starts with that foundation. I love sharing these videos. I actually share decoding videos with my Certified Intuitive Artist group and my Hello Love group. So if you want to see more of these, then join our group, Hello Love. It is filled with tools and reminders and a community all about building this foundation so that they can live in freedom and joy and fulfillment and contribution and abundance. Because all we need is that foundation, and just keep expanding it. So check out the group. I'll leave a link below. And I want to know, what does this inspire you to draw about? What are you going to create next using intuitive art? Love you so much. Bye for now.